if I clicked the right link. Oh no. Dave, are you there? My microphone was muted for some reason.
That's all right. And
Okay.
I can see a browser window, so that's looking good. And way cool.
Okay, can you see everything?
I can see and hear everything.
Lovely. Right, hopefully they said... Okay, so we officially start the stream then, Dave?
Let's officially start the stream.
Welcome to the Lab Campus Games second game, because we absolutely wrecked the first game, of Mavericks versus Hatters Overwatch Alpha. We're secretly Hatters too, but we don't like inferiority complexes.
Exactly. Both team number one. One and Alpha.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got Mavericks banning first. Last time we saw, whoever we were playing, Barbarians, they wanted to ban out all of the control point maps. We wanted to ban out all of the 2 control point maps. Mavericks banning Numbani first.
Numbani and Lijiang. It's interesting to see. I mean, the Hatters generally like to go for these kind of messy control point maps. So it's interesting that Lijiang goes first.
Yeah, I'm guessing that our counterparts aren't such a fan of the control point maps in the same way that we are.
Yeah, I remember Maverick. So it's a bit weird because, of course, Mavericks has so many substitutions. Do we have more? Do we actually have 3 Mavericks players?
There's 3 Mavericks playing. How many of them played in the last tournament? I couldn't tell you, other than Jade Monkey. I can jump on Discord and see if I recognise any of the names on there. Yeah, I don't think either Rich Pilot or Dave Lane played in the last tournament. So.
Well, it's good they've got some new blood. So
yes,
at least
exactly.
so in a way it makes things a lot more unpredictable. Sorry, because you know we've only got half a team of Mavericks, and the ones we do know, only one we've seen play before.
Yeah. And so unfortunately they had 2 people. They only had 5 people to start with, and then 2 of them bailed out at the last minute. So they are heavy on the subs. Hopefully in games tomorrow and next week they'll have a full Mavericks lineup.
I think it's. I was going to say. I think it's only fair at this juncture we send a thanks to the Hatters, who are excellent sports, who are willing to step up to the plate.
More Barbarians subbing in at the moment. But
there's a Hatter. So it's all good.
There's a Hatter. So Hatters banning out pretty much all of the control point maps. So that rules out what we were suspecting, which is that they like control point maps. They definitely don't.
Yeah, so I imagine Temple of Anubis is going to go, Hanamura is going to go. I end up seeing this being on the way they're banning Watch Point or maybe King's Row.
Yeah, Mavericks don't seem to like those hybrid maps, so Eichenwald and Numbani, but not really surprising that they don't like Volskaya or Hanamura. I'm pretty sure, the next one's going to go is Anubis. Who actually enjoys playing Anubis? Oh, it's Hollywood.
I love Anubis. I really like Anubis, provided I'm defending.
Exactly.
But
yeah, it does seem like Mavericks don't like those hybrid maps. That's the 3rd one that they've banned now. Hollywood.
Indeed. So but by that, King's Row will probably go. There goes Dorado. I mean, that's the Hatters map of shame, so that makes sense.
No one likes Dorado either. Yeah, it's an interesting combination, actually, what's left, because unless I think King's Row and Watchpoint Gibraltar are a bit more, they're more similar in that the payload is a lot closer to the attacking team's spawn, Route 66 and... Oh.
Yeah, there's also no cap objective. It's literally just push the payload, which is why I think it's going to come down to Watch Point or 66.
Yeah, so you think you're thinking, yep, there goes King's Row.
And I reckon we'll end up on Gibraltar because I think Route 66 can be a real pain to start on.
Yeah,
that first corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd certainly want to be Gibraltar if it was me.
Right.
Regardless.
A lot of high ground on Gibraltar. There it is. Okay.
I'm not saying I should be working for the ESL, but called it. Okay. So awesome. We have a map, Gibraltar. So would we describe? It'll be interesting to get into game and actually see the levels of the 2 teams and see, kind of what kind of tier of players we've got. because it's an interesting map, Gibraltar. It can be punishing at certain points, and it can be. I feel it kind of favours defence and attack at different points.
Yeah, definitely. You can quite easily hold that first point if you've got the high ground advantage. If the attacking team don't have enough mobility to be able to get up there and do anything about it as well, it'd be interesting to see whether or not the teams capitalise on that.
So, one thing I always think about Watchpoint Gibraltar is after the initial battle and the attackers start moving that payload, if they get it on a good whack, once you get the first point, it's a really quick shot to the second point and a really quick shot to the third point as well if they've got a lot of momentum.
Yeah, that ramp up to the second checkpoint can be a really good hold point because again, you've got that bridge over to the airship.
Yes, but once you get around that corner, that to me says, once they're in that corner, you've got the kind of lack of visibility, so you have to go round it. But once they get it to the top and it's starting to approach the point, it gets really hard for the defenders.
Yeah, and I've played games where the problem is that trickle. Unless you get a team wipe on attack, you can't really take that final point because of the spawn being right on top of that final point. If the defending team aren't completely wiped out at the same time, you just can't get the payload to the end. So it'll be interesting to see how the teams manage with this.
So what heroes do you think we're going to be seeing on attack and defense? What classes do you like to play on Gibraltar?
For defense, having Torbjorn always seems to work quite well. That said, assuming that I think most people would expect that, and so on attack, I'm expecting to see something like a Farah. Zarya just don't seem to do well here because she can just have that bit more survivability to get out of spawn for the attacking team as well. I've seen Roadhog be really successful here because he can there's so many corners for him to hide around.
I totally agree with that. I think that's a really good point. There's so many little doorways at the start that he can be so effective in.
And he can hide on top of that bridge and hook people up onto the bridge. It's like horror movie levels.
Pull them up, unload both barrels. Thanks for playing. See you next time when you come out of spawn. I mean, the thing I always find with the first point is there's an awful lot of flanking routes because you can go kind of flanking over, you can go flanking under, you can go flanking left, you can go flanking right. And I always find that as long as the attackers have, one or two flanking classes that can just get back there and start wreaking havoc, it's really easy to get that payload almost to that first point.
Yeah, I think it will be interesting to see how the attacking team counter all of that. Because they can just be attacked from every angle. Like you even see it where McCree will hide on the entrance from spawn on the left-hand side.
Arriving at Watchpoint.
Absolutely, and we're going in.
We're going in. Okay.
We're going in.
Let's see where we are at the moment. We are in not the right spawn room. I suppose they're picking heroes.
Well, it depends which side you favour.
I don't know how I can move to the other spawn room though. That's the real question.
I'm glad to tell you that I don't really know any of the spectator binds. I know how to jump around a little bit, but you're the one who's screen sharing, so...
I did check. Okay, so let's have a look at the lineups that we've got so far. On the attacking team, we've got Misfit on Soldier, we've got Zero on Mercy, Mole Pigeon on Zenyatta. Ah! Christ, I've spawned inside a Roadhog. That is horrifying.
Feeling spry.
We've got...
A warrior's greatest weapon.
Speaking of Roadhog, yes, we've got Mr. Duff on Roadhog/Pub. We've got Drenax on Reinhardt. And we've got Devstill on Farah. So, not going for any builders on the defending team, which I'm kind of surprised about, but not that bothered.
It's actually quite an aggressive lineup with a Soldier, a Farah. I mean, 2 tanks, 2 healers, a DPS healer I quite like. On the attacking side, we're talking... I mean, Jade's on D.Va, and he does a great job on D.Va. They've got Rhine, obviously. Matt keeps changing between snipers.
He's definitely not doing that to troll you, I promise.
And... so I don't know who Do-Based is, but...
Dom, apparently, because he was the
Dom, apparently, yeah.
The channel earlier.
Yeah, our almost third commentator as Anna, which is a healer that takes a lot of skill. But no, Matt is actually sniping out of the gate.
So I've got a nice high ground view here, hopefully you guys can see. Making good use of that Reinhardt. Oh, we've got Matt sniping, doing a nice job there. Yeah, I think that the Reinhardt pick's working really well for them here, and as you said, that they've managed to take a lot going on up the top. They're being put to sleep and taken out
Restoring your health.
Looks like they've got a really good ally
Yeah.
here.
The pace they've got as well. I mean, they've got that Reinhardt pushing that point, pushing that payload, sorry, and they're almost at the top of the slope. But the defenders are rallying.
Jade Monkey wrapping around the back here. As
No one can hide from my sight.
Going up.
And that payload is uncontested. That Reinhardt needs to be sitting on that point and slowing it down. I don't know why Drenax is so far back at times. And the Reinhardt's charging at each other and missing. little bit of German ballet going on right there.
Nice way of describing it.
Thank you.
Guys, the screen is black.
Is it? Oh, thank you. I would.
Well, it's excellent that we've been doing such a great job of commentating what the action would look like if we changed our source back to the actual video game.
Apologies, guys.
Yeah, apologies. It's all Josie's fault.
You're doing so well.
I know. I thought we were having a really professional broadcast as well. This is why in ESL they have producers.
I really apologise about that kind of lovely as well.
And the worst part is they missed the German ballet. So yeah, the attackers are coming now. There's Rob dropping the D.Va ult. He only gets one, but that means he's back at his mech. Mercy's behind him. Oh, a wonderful charge by that Reinhardt on defense. Manages to stall that payload out.
Ah, there it is. I missed. Sorry, guys. Ah, there we go. I'm really sorry.
The Reinhardts managed to knock each other over simultaneously. Those Reinhardts are going at it hammer and tongs, Joes.
Okay, we have to stay I'm really sorry for a while. Oh, Hanzo ult coming out there. So unsurprisingly, Matt has switched to Hanzo, who he does really like.
It's because he knows I won't be salty.
Barra ulting, she's taken out the Reinhardt on the Hatter's team, and Hatter's team down only to 4 players now.
And that's it. So yeah, we've got the Barbs pushing forwards.
Cool. So someone
It is the
jump into
Barbs, isn't it? No, it's the Mavs on attack. I'm sorry. Mavs pushing forwards, very effective. Oh, and that's another Farah ult, this time on the defender's side. But look at that Rez straight in. Thanks, Farah, but that was a waste of time. Sorry.
Yeah, nicely saved up there. The Roadhog hanging out on top of the airship, hoping to pick some people off. But yeah, Mavericks looking really strong here, pushing up to that second payload.
They seem to have left the payload behind at this point, and they're getting flanked from both sides because Barbs are coming around behind.
Yeah, so the Reinhardt, I feel like the Reinhardts are really happy. Oh, coming out from Jade Monkey there. She's not going to pick her up. Oh dear.
Was that way outside?
It was outside, and Drenax playing Reinhardt there just smashed her down. Really, it was quite.
But Jade did buy the time for Drenax. No, for Evan's sake, just to sit on that payload and walk it almost to the point.
Alex just being rather unsafe, just pulled by Hanzo there. Wonderful charge coming out from someone there. Sorry.
And it's and the Barbs are not doing a lot about the Hanzo above. That's just peppering them with arrows.
Yeah, it's a really good play from Matt up there.
Yeah,
actually,
I think he knows Reaper's coming for him though. He knows Reaper's coming.
And he takes
look at that scatter arrow.
Very nice. That awful scatter arrow just aimed at the floor, perfectly headshotting the Reaper.
This is the skill of Hanzo, you see.
So it does look like Mavericks going for the high ground advantage for a second then. What on earth is their mercy?
But Mavs are grouped up nicely, coming in. We've got Rob going high with his D.Va.
Hammer down coming in. There's the dragons coming in.
But there's a Hanzo ult though. But it feels like Mavs have disintegrated a bit on the point without their Reinhardt.
Yeah, definitely. Reinhardt's having a massive impact on this game. And if you have a look at what the Hatters are doing, they've really regrouped nicely on this point.
The Barbs, you mean? Yes.
Yeah, sorry, Mavericks.
Yes. Yeah, Misfit came out with his soldier ult, mowed down 2, and despite being nano boosted, Jade couldn't really do much. he was shut down quite quickly.
Switch there to the Lucio from the Ana, I think that was.
I think that probably is a good idea.
Yeah, it should just give them that extra speed to try and push through.
And also, I think this is quite a difficult map for Ana. There's a lot of corners and a lot of line of sight blockers that, you know, she needs to deal with. So, Mav's coming in again. Reinhardt back, nicely grouped up. That soldier is trying to flank. He might pick off their Mercy. No, I think he's overextended a bit.
Oh, and that's the Roadhog ult coming in from behind.
That is a nice bit of flanking, but did it even get anyone? I don't think it did. Oh, what a Earth Shatter. Followed up by Reaper as well.
Yeah, the Hatters are just holding a really solid line here. I think that
the Barbs are indeed holding a really solid line.
But it's not Barbarians, it's Hatters.
Is it Hatters? Oh, what? Don't. Oh, I mean, yeah, they're doing an excellent job. Our team, go yes.
And the ult coming out from Jade Monkey.
Oh, no, thank you. Reinhardt, giving it up for that.
Molpigeon doing a good job with his ult there just to save his team. Oh, but it does look like the Mavericks have finally taken control of the payload and pushing this game into overtime. And there it is, they finally got that checkpoint.
1 minute 30 for the Mavs to push past the Hatters.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
I'm not sure that. Oh, they've got 2 divas. Oh my gosh.
Shit.
It's not competitive rules again. Oh, it's an absolute travesty. This round clearly won't count based on the precedent.
They're definitely not going to be able to.
So, yeah, if you guys missed the first round, the other Hatters team managed to win it easily at night. Changing.
Yeah, Jade Monkey having been killed, I presume. Oh, unfortunately, Alex's ult again completely wasted there. Oh, a counter charge and ult from Drenax, who's basically wiping out.
I've got a bit.
Oh,
look at that res.
That was a fantastic res.
And they've got another pinning and another. Oh yes, forgot to change it to one hero. What do you know? I thought so too, but the more you know. 10 seconds though. The Mavericks have got a rally, and I don't think. Yep, they've not got many up. I think the Hatters are going to hold this. Mavs have got one last push in them, and this has to be it.
Unfortunately, no ults up for the Mavericks team. Jade Monkey switching to his main Oh, and the main Diva ult coming out, but unfortunately for them, Hatters are hiding behind the payload.
And Reinhardt's shield, he just stared that down.
There's a bit of a panic ult coming out from Molpigeon there, but I think it actually has done the trick of just
Tracer's down, and oh no! Out of nowhere, a soldier with an ult, but he didn't last long.
No. Unfortunately, they are having to do 1v6 at the moment. Lucio desperately trying to hold the point, and there it is.
I think that was a well-earned victory, though of course we'll have to go to the administrators to work out whether it even counted, due to this cock-up with the rules.
Switching sides.
Okay, so so where are we at then? So Mavericks unsuccessful push to the final point. So I guess they're going to really focus on the longer that they can push back on that first point, the better.
I think. I mean, Mavericks got it a long way. Hold on 1 second. I just got to talk to this admin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was expecting to see a May, in fact, on the Maverick side, just because she. Well, I mean, I very much mean on this point here, because if you think about it, Mavericks just have to delay it, They've got the time. So, if you ask me, I think a character that can slow things down with those walls is just excellent.
Yeah, and she's such a good flanker as well. She's got so much opportunity to literally drop in on heroes here. To quickly introduce the teams, so we've got on defense, we've got Revan Saber with
Rather just sit around knowing there's someone out there that needs to be blown up.
We've got Jade Monkey on Roadhog, hoping to pick some people off on the bridge. We have Dobased as Reinhardt up on top. We have got Lannis as Mercy, I think we played that in the last game. We've got Captain Pilot as Torbjorn, so we finally got that builder. That
Turrets being destroyed!
And we've got Matt Roll playing Zarya.
And so for the Hatters, who are starting their attack, we've got more Pigeon on Zenyatta. Dev's still on Reaper, interesting bit of flanking there. They've got Drenax on Reinhardt again, very effective from last round. There you go. Zero on Mercy, Misfit on Soldier, and Mr. Derp on Roadhog. And they seem to have cleared off this first kind of encounter very nicely. They've really forced Mavericks back. Yeah, he needed a team to back him up, but they've only just arrived, sadly.
So yeah, they do. Hatters do a really good job of pushing the turret.
Yeah, Captain Pilot is desperately trying to get his turret set up on the point because the Hatters are already here.
Yeah, it's a really difficult one when you're playing Torbjorn to try and get there in time. That point that he's put it on there, where it's just hiding behind this little car, that does work pretty well. Oh, there was an ult coming out from one of the Reinhardts, from Drenax, presumably, although he doesn't look like he's surviving.
And there's some excellent flanking by the Mavs. They've got Torbjorn and Roadhog coming round behind and just out of nowhere. Shut up, I'm not good at character names.
No, I was laughing because Misfit there got sandwiched between a Torbjorn turret and an angry Roadhog.
That is a sandwich you do not want to be in. So one of the things I'm noticing about Dev still on the Hat side, he's playing Reaper, but he doesn't seem to be doing a lot of flanking. He's almost going in with the main bunch, which I'm not sure is how it's not the most effective thing he could be doing.
Is ready.
But
Oh, there's a res from the other team.
Fire at will.
I don't know how many were down, but that is a nice Zarya ult into the Roadhog ult. The Zenyatta comes out too late.
So many ults going off there. Unfortunately, the Zenyatta ult wasn't enough to save the team. I think Molkajin is the only one who survived from his team, unfortunately. Just didn't have it in time.
Yeah, unfortunately, Drenax survived for a while on the wrong side of the point. So Hatters are going to be quite disrupted by that. They need to actually stop and group up and get 6 again.
Yeah, we've got Dobased just riding on the point at the moment, just taking it back a little bit. They've got 1 minute 20 on the clock though, so definitely not the right.
Ready for a shot.
That said, I do feel they've lost a lot of their momentum, and there's 2 with the Junkrat tyre.
And a Mercy res immediately, so definitely not
Drop the beat.
as much of a den. Looks like
Was that a Roadhog hook that came off? So I think that Roadhog keeps just pulling that Reinhardt out of position, and they just slaughter him.
Yeah. No, this
Oh my God.
seems to be going very well for them. They're trying to push in through that side passage. Misfit doing quite a good job of getting on the high ground and picking people up when he can. But without the rest of his team there to back him up, I just don't think he's got it.
Stop me if you've heard this one.
Agreed, and it feels like Hatters have run out of steam in a way. They were making such good...
Watch your back.
I know, it sucks. But I've got...
Misfit ult coming out and taking out the Mercy. He's about to take out the Torbjorn.
And they've got their Reinhardt coming in. They're blocking that shield, that turret.
This might be the push they need.
Oh, but that graviton, that shield Reinhardt, but into another. Oh, look at that coordination. Roadhog instantly there, going whole hop.
Jade Monkey taking out the other Roadhog.
And that is actually a team wipe and the end of the game. Look at that, all Hatters were dead.
Wow.
Excellent game.
Yeah, they did really well there.
Final score.
Yeah, I got to hand it to them. That was some superb play. Some really good coordination right there. But there we go. Hatters take it. Having gotten further.
I'm sure,
Play
yeah.
of the match.
Oh, Matt Raw with the play of the game.
Let's see the Sari roll.
The second time we played
Triple
the game.
kill. Quadruple kill.
Oh, look at that.
This is the right way round. It's just one, but if you come up and say Hatters over, it's just one.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure they
Excellent.
took it because they were on attack last round,
yeah.
and they pushed. Yeah, it was the Mavericks that won.
Yeah.
Though, of course, technically the rules were quite incorrectly set up.
Oh well, at least we know who won. Yeah.
I'm not going to be salty
We're not
on
going to be
stream.
salty. I've spread too much salt on Twitch before already. After the.
I'll be very salty off stream though. Don't worry.
Just to prove the point, yeah, we've got the teams the wrong way round. So Mavericks was actually Hatters, and Hatters was actually Mavericks. So we've got video evidence of that now, just in case the scores come up wrong. But
Yeah. Luckily, I think I was going on player names most of the time.
yes,
So
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll just let Tom know that they're the wrong way round, just in case there's any confusion there.
But it looks like the Hatters have all run off in shame. Mavericks are still sitting in here, but the Hatters, they're long gone. That's a good game.
Okay, well, guys, thank you for watching the stream. And hopefully we'll actually cast the whole game this time, rather than 3/4 of it. But we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Indeed.
Guys.
Thanks
you,
very much,
Dave.
guys. Thank you, Josie. Excellent commentary.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.